Hi everyone, and welcome to your very first news lesson. I don't have a name for this lesson yet, but it's going to have something to do with the news. And now that you are communicating at a higher level, I want to start bringing in some current events. Now, we will continue to have the real conversation lessons, which I'm really enjoying, but I also want to try and add in at least once a week some type of news article, some type of world event, or something that's just interesting. That way we can start talking about things that aren't specific questions, okay? I'm going to read a news article to you, and I want to talk about it. I want to start a conversation about this. Hear your ideas. What does this news article mean to you? What does this daily news thing, what does this mean? What are your opinions? What are your thoughts? And you make your comments down below so that I can see them. But this is going to be interesting because it'll help you listen and form an opinion on something. And it might create some interesting conversations between students in the comments below. So take the time and read the comments that other students are making, because the key here is current events and starting a dialogue, starting a conversation. That is something that I really want to do. Is our real conversation video lessons are great, where I talk to you and you talk to me, but I want to build a community in our comments section where everyone can exchange ideas, not argue, debate, or talk about the things. And who knows, some amazing things can happen just from conversations on the internet. Make new friends, create businesses, create lasting friendships because of common ideas. So here, let's get started. Now, I will provide a link to the news article so that you can read it yourself. And I encourage you to go there and read this news article, form your opinions, and write some answers down below, okay? So let's get started here. The headline is that Australian teenage inventor stars in a YouTube story documentary. Now this is a new story, and it's kind of a science type news article. An Australian teen inventor has become an international science star after being featured on YouTube, the world's biggest video sharing website. Cool. Macinley Butson was only in 6th grade when she came up with her first genius idea, the sponge, which is a cross between a syringe, which is the medical thing that you put medicine in and inject it into someone's body, and a spoon for helping kids get the correct dose of medicine. Oh, so she took a spoon and a syringe and made it easy to measure medicine. Cool. The sponge device is an old one, but a good one, Macinley said. She invented several other amazing things since, including a device that keeps garden snails, little slimy snails, away instead of a poison, and a solar power system that filters dirty water. That's pretty cool. She sounds smart. It is her latest invention called SMART, S-M-A-R-T, capitals, because it's important. I can't remember what that's called. Anagram? No. I'll think of it later. SMART Armour, that is attracting the most attention around the world, including from YouTube, which has made a documentary about Macinley, her inventions, and how she used YouTube to teach herself the skills she needed to design and make her latest idea. That's great. I think YouTube is one of the best places to learn information from everywhere. So you're learning English right now. So YouTube's awesome. SMART stands for Scale Maille Armor for Radiation Therapy. Cool. It is not just beautiful, it will be a potential lifesaver, protecting women from harmful radiation while they're being treated for breast cancer. That's awesome. Radiation, when you scan for breast cancer or any type of cancer, is always a concern. So a way to protect someone from maybe the amount of radiation, I don't know. When you hear stuff like this, try and imagine what the story or the article is going to be about. It will help you understand things much faster. In 2018, New South Wales Young Australian of the Year, who is based in Wollongong, I think I said that right, Wollongong, New South Wales, came up with the idea during a simple conversation over a family dinner table when she was in year 10. I don't know what year 10 is. Maybe is that high school in Australia? If you're Australian, tell me, did I say the word right? And is it really in high school, grade 10? Now she's set up a business with her brother Ethan and is in her first year of study at university. I think it was high school. The pair have a patent, interesting word, look it up on your dictionary, on SMART Armour and have Therapeutic Goods Association approval for the invention to be used in hospitals. That's pretty awesome. So it must be a very useful thing if it's already been approved. Macinley's dad works in radiation therapy, which is how the invention came about. That's neat. My father was a radiation technologist too. So, let's see. It was a conversation over the dinner table, she said. We were casually talking about this issue. The breast not being treated for cancer was receiving some radiation during the treatment. Like I said before, like protecting an area that isn't supposed to get the radiation. You know, like a shield, which is what it is, armor. That sparked my interest, and I came up with the idea from there, which blocks up to 80% of radiation. That's pretty impressive. Macinley works on these research projects in her own time, starting from scratch, which means nothing, starting from beginning, and teaching herself the science behind the idea. That's a very impressive way of approaching things. It's a long process, she said. One of the things people overlook is I usually spend a year on these projects. It starts from a very basic stage of research, reading journals, articles, and information on my own knowledge, which starts from nothing. Macinley found scale maille, a type of medieval armor, that's cool, was the best option for her shield. Wow, scale maille, that's pretty cool. Using old technology, like scale maille has the circles that are interlocking the woven metal. That's cool. It was pretty awesome, she said. Clinically, most centers don't use any type of shielding, and that's what I was trying to solve. Oncologists, you can look that up, that's a good word. Oncologists have a very busy job. Maybe I'll put the keywords in the description under the video so that you can, translate them and learn some new vocabulary. That's a good idea. Oncologists have a very busy job, and a lot of the focus has been on treating patients. A study came out that 1 in 14 women who had radiation therapy developed another primary cancer later in life. That's terrible. So they had cancer and they were getting treatment for their cancer, but because of the cancer treatment, which is radiation therapy, it caused another cancer. That's horrible. So a lot of these concerns we are only becoming aware of now. This is a smart girl. Well, woman now, I guess. After more than 2 years of work, Macinley can't wait to see it being used in lots of hospitals. It's the project that has been the most relevance because cancer is the second leading cause of deaths around the world. Everyone is looking at curing cancer, but one thing I wanted to do was improve the outcomes for people going through the treatment. That is brilliant. Attacking a problem from a different angle. People look at cause and solution, cause and effect, cause and solution, and she's in the middle saying, well, here's how we work with it. Let's make this better. I like that. In 2017, she became the first Australian to win the top medical prize for her SMART Armour. I have a research project each year. It's one of my passions, she said. It's something I like to come up with in these projects, is an invention that addresses an issue I've looked at that year. It usually just happens by chance, and I set out to see what I can do to contribute to this issue. That is cool. I really, really like this story, and I'm going to be sharing it with my young daughter because it's very important for me to show her women who are doing amazing things in the world, to inspire her and not limit her creativity and say, go for it. Showing her women who are young, especially, is something that's very important to me, because I want her to, instead of looking up and saying, oh, when I'm older, I can do this. I want her to look across and say, oh, she's similar in age. I can do it too. I don't need to wait to be awesome. Wow, that was a really cool story. This young woman is very impressive. I feel like an old man saying young woman. I am not old, but you know, she's okay. I don't feel right calling, she's a teenager, but I don't feel right calling her a girl, and I don't feel right calling her a woman. Yeah, I don't know. Young woman. Okay, I'll be the old man. Okay. So the nice thing about this news article is that it actually has questions at the bottom. I just saw that. So maybe on these kind of lessons, I'm going to do a few things. One, I'll give you some commentary as I read the story, the news article, like I just did. And I'm going to put the vocabulary in the description under the video. And maybe I'll include some questions like this to give you things to talk about in the comments section. Now remember, the key here to this video, what I really want to achieve, is that you listen to the news and you start a dialogue, you start a conversation with the fellow students. I'm going to answer, so you'll have my answers, but I also want you to read the other people's comments and say, oh, I like the way you think about that, or maybe you should look at it this way. Don't be mean. No mean stuff. I will delete your comment. That is something that I will not tolerate in any of my videos, is mean comments. And I don't mind if you say things about my lesson or something, but never direct it towards other people, because I will delete it immediately. This is a place to learn and to share ideas and to improve ourselves. It is not a place to put down anyone. So don't waste your time. I will delete it right away. Question number 1. How old was she when she invented the sponge? Question number 2. How much radiation does her invention block? Think about that. Can you remember these answers? Let's do that. That's a great idea. Okay, so question number 1. How old was she when she invented the sponge? Question 2. How much radiation does her invention block? Question 3. What is scale maille? Okay. Question number 4. What is a doctor who specializes in cancer called? See, these are one-word answers. So this is awesome. Question number 5. What award did she win in 2017? I don't remember that one. It's because I didn't read the name of the award. I'm sorry. Question number 5. What award did she win in 2017? In 2017, she became the first Australian to win the top medical prize at the Intel International Space and Engineering Fair for her SMART Armour. I didn't read it because it was super long, and I thought, I can skip that piece. That was a mistake. Okay. If you enjoyed this lesson, please leave a like, share it in your chat groups, and the most important thing here is start the dialogue. Start making a conversation. Tell me your opinions. Tell me how you feel about this young woman, young lady, teenager, and her invention. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What do you feel? What do you think? I'm excited to see what you do. This is the very first video of this kind, and if people really like it, I will do more. I would like to, because this is kind of interesting and fun for me. So yeah, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all of that stuff. But really, listen and practice writing your answers down below, because that's how you get better. Use what you hear, talk about what you feel, and be nice to everyone. Answer their questions, talk to them. You know, if they ask a question and you know the answer, answer them. This is your chance to talk with people who want to speak in English only. And that's perfect. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.